Curtner, and I was part of Team Chester in our CapSim simulations. So today I'm going to go through my Tableau assignment. I started by downloading all of the data into the Excel sheet and then transferring over the data to Tableau. So I did all of the rounds here in the data source, and then from there I could start playing with some of the data for the companies. So we started by looking at the average score measure by company. So as you can see, this is not just one round, this is all of the rounds average. So the company averages, or the average overall out of all the companies was 0.026 for all of the rounds. But for ours, Chester, we actually did a little better than average in our score each round, so we scored higher than the average. From there, we look at our measured by rounds. So here you have all the rounds down here. You can see how every company did each round. So you see that like this Ferris company down here in round 2, they didn't do so hot, but they definitely like brought it back up in round 3 and so on. So, and then here, this orange line here, we have the average was negative 0.0610 for all of the companies combined for round 3 to the average. So moving on, we have measure of comparison. So here you see the average again is the same as the first chart here. The average is the same number right here, but you can see it a little differently now because it's actually points, like gridded points on a grid, so you can see who did better performance-wise. You see that Andrews was up here right behind us, or right behind them by I think 11 points. What it was our group Chester. So and then down here I think the one that did not as great as like everybody else did was Team Ferris, but they still did a good job. It was a hard simulations. So yeah, and then moving on to the final part is the dashboard where we can interact with all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and click on like Team Garrett, and we can see here by the company, or measured by the company, that Garrett was below the average in all a little bit, like averaging out through all the rounds. Their scores were a little bit less than the average, and you can see that they dipped down in score in round 5 majorly, and then made a good comeback in round 6. So you can interact that way with all of them. You can see the average for all of the companies, or go by each company. You can see that Andrews continually steadily like kind of grew and kept their pace going upward, where some of them had, see like this team Erie had big dip downs back and forth. So it's cool to be able to see how teams improved from round to round and overcame hard things in the simulation. So yeah, that's my presentation, and my name is Kalee Curtner. Thank you so much.